Walt Harris and Jerry Seltzer here at trackside, the Oakland Collis Arena. The Chiefs and the Bay Area Bombers meeting in a championship round game. O'Connell arguing with the officials. He has said he is skating this game under protest. He feels that Bob Woodbury was not signed in time to be eligible for this championship game, and he's letting the officials know about that. He's a very hot-tempered man at times, and it's showing right now. O'Connell is really burning about the fact that Woodbury is in that lineup. Here we go. Both clubs at full strength. The girls are on the track as the third period gets underway here in the first half. Remember, I'll have an interview at the end of the half. A lot of folks see the second half immediately. Some will see the last half next week. But you'll get a chance to see this complete championship round game. Moreland decking. Debbie Cho is trying to get out of the jam. Now the bomber gets up there. She's decked by Carolyn Moreland. Now Moreland's got a jammer coming up. Claudia Hodney, and she's whipped out of there. And whipped out of there also on the play is Dolores Roberson. So the Chiefs have two jammers out, and the Bombers unable to get anybody by Carolyn Moreland, who is wearing that pivot helmet, with Sandy Dunn out of this game with a sprained ankle.
I think this Claudia Hodney was about 5'8", and Dolores Roberson only 4'10".
Well, they're both in scoring position now. Hodney 49, Roberson 48, and back there blocking Rosetta Saunders 36 for the Bombers, and doing a great job on these Chief jammers. Look at Saunders cover that track out there, and Debbie Cho is coming around on the jam for the Bombers. Look at Saunders block out there, number 36 on Hodney and Roberson, and Cho gets the lead, cuts off the jam, and kills that double-barrel Chief threat. So the score remains 12-9. The two jammers threatening. As soon as Debbie Cho got the lead, she cut off the jam to kill that Chief threat. Charlie O'Connell, Jerry, I can't remember when I've seen this man so mad as he is right now.
Well, Charlie's always been a money player, and he feels that the team competing here for the championship, that they shouldn't have the disadvantage of Bob Woodbury being added to the Chief lineup. They certainly didn't figure that in the strategy. Also, Alvin Mallory out hurts the Bombers, of course.
So here we go. The pack is formed. The jam gets underway again. All four jammers are out this time. Lorraine Gallagher, Judy McGuire for the Chiefs, Kathy Pulliam, Carol Penismeyer, 37 for the Bombers. So all four girls are moving on this play. When they get up to the pack, for every member of the opposing team they pass, they get credit for a point. Look out, down go three of them, leaving Judy McGuire on her skates for the Chiefs. Back to the block again. Rosetta Saunders doing a fine job wearing that pivot helmet for the Bombers in this period. Penismeyer in scoring position, but Moreland puts her on the deck. Moreland with the block on Saunders, and she's passed by McGuire for a point. As Carolyn Moreland is skating quite a game here in the first half for the Chiefs, Jerry.
Well, of course, this is one thing that happens. A lot of times when your premier skaters on the team are hurt, for instance, Sandy Dunn, suddenly Carolyn Moreland, who perhaps right there is a fine shot at Carolyn, who's always had the talent, has the ability and the chance to show off that she can skate pivot helmet, and of course gains very valuable experience. This has happened also on the Bombers with Margie Laszlo out. At one time Dolores Tucker was out. At one time Carol Penismeyer this season. Suddenly you found Debbie Cho skating just great. Kathy Pulliam has been brought along as a jammer this season. So sometimes you can turn a disadvantage into an advantage.
Well, the score here is 13-9. The Chiefs lead the Bay Area Bombers, a team that will open against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs open their home season. Althea Gandy whipped out, but in front of her again. Dolores Roberson moving here for the Chiefs. So each team has one jammer out of the play. Roberson went down, and Althea Gandy moves away, number 39. So the Bombers have the only threat out now, both teams in full strength. Gandy moving, number 39. Back to the block again is Carolyn Moreland, number 43. Gallows queen of the roller derby one time. And there is Saunders to help with 36, but coming up fast is Claudia Hodney on the jam, number 49 for the Chiefs. So Saunders will have to worry about her. There's a block, Hodney down. Now Saunders moving up, trying to help out Althea Gandy. Moreland, jump block in there, puts her down. Gandy scores and cuts off the jam. Big jump block in there by Saunders paved the way for that Bomber point. Making the score now, the Chiefs 13 and the Bombers 10.
We feel like both teams still feeling each other out there, Walt, especially in the women's field. Very different pace game than the men's field. They're skating a very different kind of game. The women are skating a much more penalty-free kind of game. The men's, at least in that first period so far, has been a very rough game.
Here we go. The pack is formed. Jammers trying to move out. The Bombers going to get the first jammer out, I believe. It's Kathy Pulliam and Carol Penismeyer, but the ever-present Judy McGuire is out with them on the jam. Judy in the middle. If she gets the lead, she'll probably cut off the jam. O'Connell on the infield pointing it out to his skaters, telling them don't let her get in front. Blocked by Judy. Judy doesn't have to cut it off. She's going to score. The Bombers blocking in there that time for their jammers, but Judy, with blocks on both Pulliam and Carol Penismeyer, got the lead, took advantage of the Bombers blocking to score 3 points for the Chiefs. They lead the Bay Area Bombers now 16-10.
You know, Walt, in the past season, the Bombers, Pioneers, Chiefs have skated many games at many local high schools and colleges for clubs. If you'd like to have a game scheduled in your area for certainly non-commercial, preferably a charity or a booster club, you have a gym in a high school or college or an arena that seats more than 2,500 people, write to bookings, Post Office Box 1827, Oakland, California, 94604. And Walt, you'll come in there and help set up the track.
They do. I just might do that. Well, I think they never skate again with my ability as a handyman. Here we go. On the jam, it's the two big guns, Saunders and Moreland. Saunders, the leg block. He's got Moreland going. Hits her again. Moreland gamely stays on her skates, and she took some wicked blocks from Rosetta Saunders. She's moving back now. Saunders in the sidestep. Moreland is down. Saunders moving on the pack now. Judy McGuire back to the block along with Claudia Hobney. The only girl in scoring position is 36, Rosetta Saunders. Into the middle, she's cut off. Moreland moving again. She may still be a factor on this play. Moreland, there she is, coming up 43. Saunders hammers a block into her, puts her down. Saunders moves again, and Hobney and Judy McGuire cut her off. 14 seconds of jamming time remaining. Now there's 10 seconds. Another block. Moreland is down. Saunders moving again. Time running short. Tucker trying to give her some help back there. 1 second, and no score on the play. Bombers had a great chance, but they could not score on the play, so it remains 16-10. The Chiefs lead the Bombers.
I know women's captain Sandy Dunn of the Chiefs has to be very proud of all of these girls on her team. Sandy's sitting at the opposite end of the building here, and she is not supposed to be on the ankle yet. She hurt it just about 4 days ago. She's supposed to be off for at least a week. Walt, she came here, put on her skates. There's Carolyn Moreland, and tried to warm up tonight. She was going to skate this game, and she just couldn't put any weight on it, and a very frustrated girl.
Well, it's not true that when I was playing third base in that all-star softball game and she slid into third, that's the time she sprained her ankle. There was another time that
I
game.
see.
I had nothing to do with it. Here we go. Fox form. Jam gets underway. 3:24 to go in the third period in the first half. 16-10 is the score. The Chiefs lead. Don't forget I have an interview at the end of the half. Judy McGuire on the jam with Pulliam, 31 of the Bombers. Judy McGuire with the lead, the flashing blonde, number 45, pouring on. Pulliam alongside again, though. Secondary jammers are also out in the play. Elaine Bonham at 33 for the Bombers. Putting Gallagher on the rail. Pulliam working on McGuire. She's got her going. She's got her down. And away goes Kathy Pulliam, 31 for the Bay Area Bombers. Moving on the back, and there is Carol Penismeyer to help her, 37, but Carolyn Moreland gets in between them. There's Carol talking to Pulliam. The two little girls teaming up on Carolyn Moreland. Here come two Chief jammers. Jam top. Penismeyer, low ankle block on Moreland, paved the way for that point, but Pulliam would then immediately cut off the jam because the Chiefs had two girls in scoring position. 16-11 is the score. The Bombers seem to be only able to get 1 point at a time. 16-11. The Chiefs by 5. 2:20 to go here in the third period of play in the first half. Carolyn Moreland there, number 43, ready to go again.
You can say it's been a frustrating game, of course, for Sandy Dunn because she can't skate. It's been a very frustrating season for Carol Penismeyer. Out over half the season with injuries. Looking just great now, though.
Listen to the fans. Tucker's going to jam. The Bombers shooting everybody in this game. This is just the first half. That last half ought to be a dilly. Here, Tucker on the jam and Judy McGuire again on the jam for the Chiefs. Each team has a good one out of this play. Tucker has got it off balance. Tucker had her off balance. The Tucker's moving by herself now. At the rear of the pack to block again is Carolyn Moreland, 43. Saunders trying to get back to help Dolores Tucker out. Tucker, 34, the only girl in scoring position. Minute 28 to go in the third period of the first half. Moreland to the block on Tucker. Saunders is back there now. Saunders, 36, talking to Tucker, 34, is the girl who can score. About 23 seconds left. Here's the whip into a double block, and she cannot get through. Saunders picks her up. Tucker will try again. He can get through again. They're not holding hands there. That's illegal. Just crossing him at the wrist. 13 seconds left. 12, 11. Tucker helped up by Saunders. They're trying again. 5 seconds. Saunders goes through. Tucker gets through for 2 and cuts off the jam. Saunders finally got through that double block. Tucker was able to follow her through and pick up 2 points for the Bombers. Making the score, the Chiefs 16 and the Bay Area Bombers 13.
Unless my score sheet is wrong, Walt, that was Judy McGuire's 5th jam of this period. At that rate, she'll skate 20 to 25 jams tonight. She's got to pick up the slack on this team, and she knows it.
That's tough when the Bombers change around and send out Tucker on the jam all of a sudden. You're sending out a fresh jammer. Makes it tough on Judy. 14 seconds left in this period. They're trying to get out. If they can get out and a good block and put a skater over the rail, it could still be a point scored. Hodney is out, but there's only 7 seconds. Highly unlikely now. 4 seconds here and count it off. They are unable to get into scoring position before time ran out on that jam. Remember the rule at the end of the first half and the end of the second half, though. If a jam starts with any game time remaining, that jam can go the full 60 seconds. That's very important if it's a tight game coming down to the wire. So the score here at the end of the third period of play is the Bay Area Bombers 13 and the Chiefs 16.